Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Gems and Minerals. Today we're going to look at the most heavily mined mineral in all of Minecraft. That's right, today we're looking at
Malachite. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay, well, here is our little piece of malachite. This piece features this lovely little deposit of malachite right here, and then it also has gold in this sample. So malachite and gold do run together. There's also another little seam right here on this if you take a look at, do the uber close-ups, but there's also a little bit of gold tucked in right there. So yeah, malachite, one of those things that, again, we did not walk in and say, let's see your malachite.
Nope.
Quite honestly, it was some pieces of fibrous malachite that caught our attention, and it just kind of led to some other pieces of malachite that we ended up with. I did want to mention this real quick. One of the things that I got to give Minecraft credit for is because anytime I talk to anybody younger about gems and minerals, I can mention malachite, and every young person knows that malachite is a green gem, thanks to Minecraft. Hey man, you got to give some credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the little one.
Bring out the big one.
Can do. Bam. There's the big one.
Yeah, no doubt.
I wanted to start off with this big old booger right here. Tell us the specs on this thing.
4 3/4 inches tall by 2 5/8 inches wide, 4 inches high. This one weighed in at 1,183 grams or 2 pounds 9.7 ounces.
One of the things I love about this piece, in addition to showing a nice solid field of malachite, it has the earlier stages of it, which are called azurite. The blue stuff's azurite, and it's actually got a nice little deposit of it right there, and then even some nice, really cool little crystals over here. You got to do your super close up right there on that stuff. Man, really, really cool looking. So malachite, a lot of different forms. Always this same pretty color of green. You can just recognize it every time instantly. This piece right here, you just got the nice, I think they call this like a crusty formation. All right, let me introduce you to the other pieces. Next, we nicknamed this piece right here Solid because we have another piece that's real close in dimensions, but this thing outweighs it so much. Go ahead and read its specs.
2.5 inches long by 1 3/8 wide. It's 1 inch high. This one weighed in at 79 grams or 2.8 ounces.
And so this one's got a lot of malachite, yeah, it's got a lot of malachite.
Yeah, a lot.
This one does have a lot of fibrous development on it, but man, when you break out the close-up, holy moly, there are some beautiful crystals on this thing. It's gorgeous, beautiful. This seems awful dark too.
Oh, it is really dark.
Yeah, on the darker scale of any malachite that we have. All right, lastly is the witch piece. So yeah, guys, I don't know, man. There's just not a whole lot of dealers in Oklahoma when you want to go shop gems and minerals. And the truth is, once you've kind of beaten the bushes around, you end up with some really limited opportunities for new areas. And this we actually got from a witch's store.
Witch's shop.
I mean, like straight up tarot cards and
incense, burning.
incense, and this thing right here, got a smell. Let me just tell you.
We can still smell it.
It's been sitting in that shop for a long, long time. But I'll tell you why we grabbed this. It had this dried up, crusty, you know how they'll put stuff in perky boxes and on stands and they'll use a putty to hold it in place. But when I looked at the little label that was in it, it said malachite on hematite with gold. And I just remember looking all over this thing and going, well, I don't, maybe that little spot right there. When we got it home and were able to look at it closely, yeah, sure enough, there is gold in this piece. Throw you some close-ups of it This one also, some super, super cool crystal development. I mean, you can look down in these little cavities and see it, little splinters of green crystals. Let's hear the measurements on this one.
2 1/8 inches long by 1 3/4 inches wide by an inch tall. It weighed in at only 39 grams or 1.4 ounces.
Like I said, comparatively speaking to the other piece, man, this sucker has just got, and if you look at it close, you can see it's got a lot of cavities in it. A lot of really cool crystal development when you look at it up close, though. Why don't you spit out some facts while the DJ revolves it?
Malachite is a copper carbonate hydroxide. It is part of the monoclinic crystal system. The crystal habit is massive forms are botryoidal, stalactitic, or globular. Crystals are typically little tufts of needles. Malachite is bright green and gets its name from the Greek for mallow leaf. It is a secondary mineral of copper, which means it forms when copper minerals are altered. Malachite is the tarnish on copper and serves as a bright green signpost to the presence of copper ore deposit. It also forms tufts of needle-like crystals and various other masses. Malachite's bright green color is so distinctive it is easy to identify, even when just in velvety crusts. That's the word we were looking for.
Velvety crust.
Velvety crusts.
Yeah, which I would definitely say this big piece is.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely got some identifiers about it that cause you to have zero questions whatsoever of what you're looking at. There's just no doubts. First clue is the color.
Yeah.
Then the second clue, man, those velvety crusts. It's a good description.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, a lot of that I see looks very velvety and crusty. Anyway, guys, that is Malachite. Another beautiful addition with some green color to the cabinet.
Yeah.
Let's throw on some close-ups and let her add these to the cabinet. See you guys next time.
Bye.